Alright then. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Outer Worlds Low Intelligence Edition. We're back. After a short delay. I mean, I don't know. It's not like I want to do this every day. So, yeah, I'm still not sure on whether I want to make this like a random thing whenever I feel like it, or every week, every month, I don't know. But yeah, right now I just felt like I need to pick up the game again, go back to Jeb. I've been missing him a bit, and yeah, maybe finish up the Edgewater Emerald Vale arc this time around. That would be nice. Alright, here we are. We stopped at right outside the geothermal plant, but oh, yeah, okay. We fast traveled here so we can finish up the 2 quests here and then go talk to Adelaide. Alright, let's go quickly pick up that book from that cave over yonder. And then collect the last finger. And then go to the deserters' camp and talk to Adelaide. Excellent. Nicely done, if I do say so myself. Transport wreckage, eh? I wonder if there's anything valuable here. No? Looks like just plain old wreckage to me. Alright. Sneak on by here. See what we can find. Ooh. A landmine. That's not a good sign.
Easy.
Uh-huh. The Journal of M. Bakunu. Handwritten journal with the name M. Bakunu scrawled in the lower corner. Okay. Is that it then? Is this the heretical book he was talking about? Okay. Cool. That's that then. Over and done with. Alright. So now we switch over to the last bounty. Guillaume Entrim. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Alright. Just making some last minute adjustments. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm Still kind of new to this whole streaming thing. Alright. We're gonna cut across here. Community center. Ugh. Finish up on that last bounty. Primalness, eh? That can be a good sign. Cool.
Clever.
Alright. What is this? Okay, this is a Bennett outpost. Alright, so we've been there. But we haven't been here though. I don't know what this part of town is. Oh, I think I remember. Yeah, this is the place with all the marauders in it. This place could be the death of me if I'm not careful. Get that sprayer out of here. Get him out of my sight. Shit. I don't have any... Got some tartar sauce. I don't have anything to increase my armor, though. Wait. Oh, no. I do. Okay. Cool. Should help. Die. Alright, let's switch up. Citadel, though. Oh, what? I can't even pick up his minigun? That he's been spraying at me so carefree, like? That's not fair. Alright. It is what it is, I suppose. Interesting. I seem to be more of an expert on handguns than I am on long guns. There we go. Some nice power armor. That could help. Could help even the odds a bit. Yeah, sure. Okay. Put those away. We don't want those. Do I keep this or sell it? I mean, it's not gonna be worth much because it's all busted up. So... Ooh, just one armor part? Come on, man. Alright, well, I guess I'll sell it, I guess. 6 bits. It's not much, but it's something. Alright, well. This encampment has been cleared. The abandoned industrial zone. So now it's time to collect our rewards. Collect the bounties from this wonderful land here. And I do believe that there's a certain runaway here that we can run into. But that can wait until later. Let's finish looting this whole place. And I do mean the whole place, so... Better strap in, because this could take a while. Let's put this away. I think this makes it a little bit faster. Damn it. You know what? Now that I can't lockpick any chest I can see, I'm actually thinking that I would prefer it to have it like Fallout 4, where you can command companions that are experts in certain skills to do the lockpicking for you. Like, I think you can get Kate or Piper to lockpick doors and stuff for you if you can't do it. And he can... Oh. And you can get Nick Valentine to hack terminals for you as well. Look out for that barrel. Oh. It didn't do a damn thing. Stand still, please. Thank you. Cool. Thanks for coming. Hello.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
Well, I'm pretty confused right now.
Hey, me too. But mostly because I just had my second dose of adrenatime. I am so completely addled right now.
Mm-hmm.
You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills,
Oh.
I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
Yeah? Okay. Listen, I need you to clarify something for me.
I'm great at clarifying.
Are you from Edgewater?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
So, are you a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
You insinuated yourself. How'd you pull that off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of adrenatime, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Alright, if you say so. There was something else, actually.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
I'll be back. I guess if we don't know about her predicament, you can't convince her to go back to camp. Alright. Well, we know where she is now, so... That's something, at least. Red noodles. Ooh. A grenade launcher. Interesting. Another heavy weapon to add to my arsenal. Yeah, just dump that out. Don't need that anymore. Interesting. Alright. We'll give it a whirl, why not? Oh. What? This whole place is sealed off. Well, that's no fun. Alright. Is that it then? Was that the last place? Oh. I guess. Seems like it. Alright. It's time to head over to the deserter camp. Oh, look out. Yeah, the botanical labs. Oh. Okay, there we go. Fire in the hole.
Everyone all right?
There we go. It's a bit of an ammo waster, but hey, whatever gets the job done. It's probably better suited for close combat encounters. Because the further away your target is, the less likely you'll be able to hit them with that thing. Gotta be able to make real-time calculations, trajectory calculations, and stuff like that. Damn it. It's never gonna stop bothering me. And I'm too dumb to lockpick. Not even that. I'm too dumb to use mag picks. That is very sad. Very sad news indeed. Alright. Here we go. Take a right on whatever street. And we're here.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Hello. I'll be right with you in a moment. You're saying?
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for.
Well, I just got here.
Move along.
What's your problem, lady?
Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another.
Who's been wandering out of your camp?
Got anything in you besides questions? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Is she the upbeat one that's a little strange and loves Rizzos? Yeah, I met Zoe. She was in a Marauder camp.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, Marauder camp? Is she alright?
Uh, you mean in the head or?
Zoe's family. Chiding her is our purview, not yours. You could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
I've got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Okay. Let's, change the subject.
What is it?
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop.
Okay, thanks. I'll leave you be.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Yep. You too, friend. Damn it. What's up here? Oh, excuse me. Anyone looking? Take some of that. Something for the road. Hello? Sure, yeah, I'll take that. Bunch of nanners. Shit. Excuse me. Coming through.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Follow you around, huh? Like a pupper?
Something you need?
No. Just talking. Alright. Where was old Thomas again? Is this him? Hello?
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you
Hello?
from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Me? Well, I kind of, landed into town, so to speak. I'm just trying to get my ship off the ground.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we?
Yeah,
Sorry,
what?
I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see.
What's
Fact
up?
is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a
Right.
mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Right. God. Well, hey, it's never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Sure, sure.
My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old
You don't
community
say.
kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Alright. 2 pads, you say? What about the third?
I wish I knew. I wagered the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the third's gone, I can't say.
I expect a fair price for my trouble, you know?
I'll pay you for every pad you bring me. If, by some miracle, you can bring me the full set, I'll give you something pretty I've been saving for a lucky day.
Alright, well, today is your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 1, found in the Community Center archives.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. One data pad's enough to guide me down my newfound path. Just remember, I got something saved for you if you find me all 3.
If I find you all 3, or if I find me all 3... What is that? Hold on, I've got more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
I got part 2. Found in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Thanks. I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
Sure. And what were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go. Mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean,
I see.
I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Alright, well, I should go. I'll see you around, friend. Alright, okay. So the first edition of the light machine gun only has magazine mods. No barrel modifications. Interesting. Okay. So I guess we're gonna add the Funtime barrel to the grenade launcher. And, do we want to make it zappy nades? Zappy grenades? Sure. It's better than just normal old grenades. Modify the power armor. Add a nice backpack to it. Oh yeah. Still don't know how to tinker. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a bit of a stinker, if you will. No, I don't need this hibernation suit. I'm gonna sell it. There's no reason for me to keep it around. It's not like I can have like an armor stand or something back at my ship. Should just let it go. And take the bits that come with it. Come from selling it. Ooh. Mock apple. 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 Huh. I guess they do grow in trees. Fascinating. Look at that. Is this the only mock apple tree? I don't ever remember seeing trees with actual, like, mock apple models attached to them like that. Interesting. Hmm. Alright, do we... I think if we want to convince Zoe to come back, we have to do a little bit of digging. We can't just talk to her straight away. I think we need to investigate her room and talk to people who know her and stuff like that. So, maybe we should do that. Was it? It's over here. Yeah, I think. Yeah. On this side of town. Hello.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
I'm told one of your numbers got missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Really? Could have fooled me. So what happened, on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
No, just a concerned citizen, so to speak. Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Tell me a little bit about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Oh. Any chance you can lend me that copy of the Masked Marketeer?
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
Well, it's just that Zoe's living with marauders nearby, and I need something to tempt her back to camp.
Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, brat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, it could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all.
Yeah, it's a fair point, but whittle me this. Look in my face. Do I look like I give a damn about your show?
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go.
Exactly.
Latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
I'll be sure to do that. Hey, by the way, what are you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
A $5, bunch of nanners. A lightweight beanie. Inspiration +5. Worker effort. Should probably be careful with our money and not spend it all in one place, so to speak. Worker outfit. Melee weapon skills, worker outfit. Lightweight durable, worker outfit. Okay. I want to know what it looks like first. If only there's a way to see what it looks like. See? If I knew that it looked like that, I wouldn't have bought it. Okay, it's probably gonna give her either the rebuild mining gear or low pressure suit. Let's see. Oh yeah, forgot. Sometimes there's a glitch where if you bring back an item from the junk menu, it doesn't register. When you try to equip it to a companion, it's like it doesn't exist or something. It's weird. I guess it's got something to do with the fact that the junk tab doesn't exist for companions or something. I don't know. But it's really I think, yeah, this is how you fix it. You put it on yourself, and then it's not marked as junk anymore, I think. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Okay. We either do that or do this. Let's put that on. I mean, at least it's not broken completely. Doesn't need any repairs, so that's definitely a bonus. All right. Let's put the rest away. There we go. All right. Got anything interesting here? Not really. This place is practically picked clean. Alright. Oh. Excuse me.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
I don't think this place belongs to you. Sure, let's go over her journal. Zoe's journal, page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, wow, I did hate the Veil once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much Adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate $1 for Adrenatime, and suddenly you're committing larceny. Ooh. Sure, yeah. Finders keepers. Zoe's journal, page 22. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today's the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires, probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some Adrenatime, too. Everybody loves Adrenatime, even Marauders, right? I got odds those Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of Adrenatime before their eyes. This is gonna be great. Look out, Terra 2. Ben and Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm gonna have a whole gang of Marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Seems like Zoe is not learning her lessons. Not only did she steal from Edgewater, she stole from the deserters. She stole their food and their Adrenatime. I'm starting to think that letting her back into camp is not a good idea. Good news, I'm alive. Starting to feel a little better, too. There's a group of deserters living out in the old botanical lab, so they found a way to grow some food, or something that passes for food, anyway. Adelaide boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms, I suppose. Tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run an aether wave, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Masked Marketeer, what would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbors, and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know. That doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cater of marauders. A band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14? The 100 Hooligans? Featuring Zoe Bandit Queen? starting to think that this isn't such a healthy obsession after all. Maybe Zoe should just stay out in the wilds with the Marauders. Might not be what's best for her, but
It's so pretty.
definitely sounds to be the best for the community and everyone else in it. But that's just what I think. Ooh. Treasure. Left completely unattended. Don't mind if I do. Wasn't there something here that, you can pick up? I forget. Password required. Well. I am hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear on the soulless automaton of the corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Spacer's Choice products, it is cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own two hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturists failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being too poor. I am determined to find a way. May the Eternal smile upon my endeavors. Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I am sure the scienticians will say something about biology or the carbon cycle. But I can conclude, after months of my own experimentation, that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. Wonder what she could be talking about there. Natural fertilizer. Interesting. Oh, here we go. Gold teeth. I don't know what we can use them for exactly, but there you go. A little souvenir. Alright. Hello.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Yeah. What's that smell?
That'd be the garden, dear.
Oh.
In a garden. Also fertilizer, so mind your boots.
Excuse me,
Huh.
Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Yeah. I don't like corn. So, looks like you've made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. Something like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil. We put down new roots.
Hold on. You guys can fly?
My goodness. Aren't you just charming?
Am I? Okay, if you say so. So is this your, greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is
Oh.
the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Right. So this is the universe's greenhouse. Got it. I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Okay. Well, good for you, I guess. Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it.
Reptile.
What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Well, he asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Look, this is serious. I'm about to cut off your power.
You're doing this for Reed? Why?
Oh, not for him exactly, but it's just that your camp has a power regulator and I need one to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Hero to you, maybe.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
So you think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
What have you got against the town, anyway?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
What exactly do you have against people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Okay, so let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Alright, I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience. Anything
Hold on.
else I can do for you?
You want to tell me what these gold teeth are for?
Haven't you ever seen a novelty paperweight?
No. Just how dumb do you think I am?
You asking me rhetorically, or whatever?
I don't know what that means.
You have churning about in your mind. I assure you, I have heard them all.
Well, it's just that, you know, these teeth kind of remind me of a guy I heard about. Someone named Eugene. I think he had gold teeth.
I remember a Eugene. Pleasant enough boy. Whatever happened to him?
Well, I think he shot himself.
wish I could say I was surprised. That town has a way of crushing your spirit. At least his remains have returned to the soil where they belong. Except for his teeth, of course. Gold does not decompose. The teeth had to be removed. And while I am no licensed dentist, I should think I did a fair job of it.
I knew it. You people are cannibals.
We're not cannibals, dear. I don't eat corpses. I just use them in my fertilizer. The crops I grow here
What's
are
that?
natural, nutritious, healthy. My garden does more than fill the bellies of my flock. It keeps them from falling ill.
What do you mean by that?
Do you see anyone ailing in my camp? Unlike the people in Edgewater, my flock don't fall sick with plague.
I guess. But, you know they could help a lot of people in town.
I'd rather they learn to help themselves by leaving that dreadful town behind. The people in this camp all had the courage to walk away from the cannery, and you see how happy they are.
Well, you could always teach them to farm.
The Vale's barren. Been that way for years. Soil's been sterile about as long as I can remember.
But you found a way to grow something.
All I did was follow nature's own way. Death is essential to life. When the spirit leaves the body returns to the earth from whence it came. What remains is a carcass moldering neath the soil. Decomposition is a natural process, essential to new life. All life feeds on other life.
Parvati, you've been quiet. You have an opinion? She's using your friends as fertilizer.
Oh, I don't know. If it was me, I'd be glad to volunteer. Keeping others alive, that'd be a beautiful gift to leave. But none of the folk you used had a say. You didn't ask, ma'am. And what about my dad? I talk to his grave every Saturday. Is he even there?
Robert is just where you left him, dear. He died too long ago. By now, he's naught but a skeleton.
Well, I'm just glad I didn't eat before talking to you.
Whatever you say, my dear.
Let's just talk about something else.
I'm listening.
When we first talked, you assumed I'd come to live here?
I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
And what's that?
Remains to be seen. Might be the man that saves the Vale. Might be Reed's personal gun hand.
Right. Are those my only two options? I could just be passing through.
None of us are ever just passing through, dear. Not without leaving some footprints behind.
Right. Well, as long as we leave the world in a better place than we found it, right?
More of the colony felt the way you did, we'd have ourselves a proper revolution. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
Well, you could always continue your way of life back in town.
Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
Sounds like you and Reed have some history of some sort.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me.
Okay. There's obviously more to it than that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm guessing Reed has his own side of that story.
I could not possibly care less if he does, but you're surely welcome to ask him.
Alright, Adelaide. We've talked enough. I'm out of here. Alright. Let's go back to Zoe and see if we can't persuade her to return back to camp. Oh. We should probably sell all of our stuff here.
Something I can help you with? Fresh off the list.
There we go. Oh. Let's, yeah. Sell some of these too. Perfect. Let's get to it then. Hey.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Sure about that? Stefan told me about your favorite cereal.
So, you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed.
Sure, something like that. He wanted to watch this with you.
I see what's going on here. I'm being bribed. Well, it's working. I can't say no to my favorite cereal. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Perfect. Good luck. Alright. That's the end of that then. Now to head into the geothermal plant and decide on who gets the power. Alright, here we go. Should probably save again. This is gonna be another big fight. Should probably use electrical weapons too. That's gonna give us some bonus damage. There we go. One shot, one kill. Sure, I'll take it. Excellent. Anyone else?
Sister.
Not anymore. Alright, can we disable that, electric fence thing? Oh. I guess not. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Perfect weapon to use against, auto mechanicals. The shot cannon. Do we want dodge +5? Heavy weapons +5? I don't know. I think I like the Marauder get up kinda better, to be honest. So far. Yeah. For the, like, makeshift, sort of handmade aesthetic it has. Compared to the factory-made look, of the Elite Power Armor thing. So. Alright, well. We're too dumb to hack the terminal, but that's okay. It's not like the electric fence is the only way into this plant. Ooh. Oh. Oh, right, okay. There's 2 electric fences on both sides. I see. Huh? Alright, I think that's about it. It's about all we can find here. Let's head inside. Alright.
The control room should be off to the right. I
Yep.
hope we're doing the right thing.
Yep.
Look at us!
Purge incomplete. 2 files available. I had to borrow your copy of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. The radio's been sputtering, and I needed a reference. I've returned the copy to the repair bay. Chaos everywhere, mechanicals gone haywire, gunfire, hearing some screams, all I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you. Proud to be a member of Spacer's Choice family. Oh. Mechanicals went haywire, eh? Interesting. Wonder how that happened. Shit. Oh, no, hold on. We can get in from here. There we go. Unlock office door. Welcome, Jay Braden. Miss Braden, this letter serves as an informal notification of our company's displeasure towards your management of the Emerald Vale geothermal plant, for reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in your latest quarterly report. Please select 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Additionally, please contact our office to schedule your official reprimand at your earliest convenience. Failure to schedule your official reprimand will result in an official reprimand. The Spacer's Choice family would like to collectively remind you that working for the Spacer's Choice is not a right, but a privilege. Okay. To the esteemed members of the Emerald Vale Development and Oversight Committee, I hope this letter finds you wealthy. After due consideration of your last letter, I have identified and terminated no fewer than 5 subordinates who were unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. I would like to remind the Oversight Committee that while most of Emerald Vale has failed to meet its production and output quotas, particularly our agriculture and fishing/canning departments, neither of which are anywhere close to profitable, the Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains committed to providing cheap, cost-efficient power to the entire region. Regards, Juno Braden, Manager. Ms. Braden, we have investigated the claims made against the profitability of the greater Emerald Vale region. Our offices agree with you. Agricultural and fishing/canning have experienced a steady decline, while the Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains somewhat profitable. Our offices are currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures, which will ultimately lead to a leaner, more streamlined, more efficient geothermal power plant. Please be informed that the Spacer's Choice Development and Oversight Office has taken a significant insurance policy against the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. The office would like to assure you that this insurance policy is a standard procedure. Do not attempt to interpret, understand, or otherwise extrapolate meaning from this decision. As a special courtesy, we have deployed a proprietary team of engineering specialists to the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. The team of specialists has been instructed to refit and upgrade the plant's population of auto mechanicals free of charge. Thank you for your cooperation. Huh. Okay. So an outside team came in to install a bunch of auto mechanicals free of charge. Very interesting. Alright, let's continue. Should probably head over to the terminal first. I sure did. Alright. Now we're gonna try to divert the power, and then we're gonna end up finding out that we need to flip some levers and stuff. Here we go. Plant status. Operating at 22% efficiency. Power is currently being distributed to Edgewater Salt Tuna Cannery, Botanical Laboratory. Structural damage detected. Please notify your designated supervisor. Warning, safety failures detected. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Warning, redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Processing, error. Power redirection function has failed. Manual override required. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. There we go.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Yep. Let's get to work. Bzzz. Personal files. S. Tanaka, Chief of Security. Chester Higgins again, that hullhead. Found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple days from now and feeling bad for what I've done, let me just remind myself that I've warned him before. He's always been a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic module. I confiscated it. Should be in my lock-away room for the foreseeable future. Ah, that's the logic module we're looking for, okay. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with auto mechanicals. At this rate, I'm gonna end up a chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about, guns pointed every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an auto mechanical never will. I don't know, doesn't sit right with me. But the company's never been wrong before, I suppose. Worse has happened. Mechanical's gone crazy. Locked myself down here, just trying to gather my courage. Gotta make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. We'll delete this entry if I ever return. Greetings, Security Chief S. Tanaka. This is an automated message initiated by Spacer's Choice Worker Safety Contingency Protocols. A security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during your quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of the life-threatening situations engendered by security lockdowns. Fight back against anxiety with an ice-cold bottle of Zero-G Brew. Zero-G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you. Okay. Yeah. Unlock door. What? Oh. Enter passcode? Oh, okay. Yeah. Thompson's passcode. Okay. Alright. I guess if we want that logic module, we're gonna have to find the Chief of Security Tanaka's keycard. Alright. Sure, why the hell not? Oh. Die, robot. Death to the mechanicals. Oh. Okay. Bzzz. Bzzz. Seth. Oh. Who's that?
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the Spacer's choice.
Oh, it's you. You made it out of that junkyard.
All systems fully operational. Return journey successfully completed. Spacer's Choice would like to thank you for complying with your duties.
This is odd. Why aren't you attacking me?
Hostile actions towards Spacer's Choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective. In compliance with Spacer's Choice policy, all defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
Wait, let me get this straight. You want to help me destroy other mechanicals?
Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Sure. Confirmation granted. I like the sound of that. Go right ahead, little buddy. Go and take care of some of those defective mechanicals. Borrowed a copy of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. I think it's volume 3. I need something to read down in the pit. Much obliged. C. Higgins. Chester Higgins. Huh. Alright. We'll let the little fella clean house while we look around La Plante some more. Oh, is this S. Tanaka? I guess. Bzzz. Chester's passcode. Oh, Chester Higgins, I guess. Okay, well. I think that robot friend of ours is going to take some time. So yeah, I think we've got a lot of time to spare here before he's done with his thing. Oh, here we go.
Just 2 more.
Flip the switch.
What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
I think you already know, Parvati. I don't know why you're asking. Oh. Yep. Sure. Okay. So... Alright. Let's go back and open that door. Get that logic module. Before we forget. Corrupted logic module. Okay. Yeah, we don't need that. Let's see here. Logic module found on Emerald Zale's mechanicals with upgraded with suspicious components. Engineer's note. Upgrade the old models with a kill on site contingency. Install with care. Kill on site. Okay. Doesn't sound very nice, does it? No. Still costs 4 mag picks? Okay, whatever. Just get it over with. Mag 2 power. Alright. That's not so bad, I guess. Okay, nope. Can't do anything about that. Alright, let's continue. Let's go back to the levers and stuff.
You're not real. You're not real.
Oh. Now what? Is he still climbing the stairs?
Leave me alone.
My God. How slow can he get? Let's go talk to Chester Higgins quickly.
You're not real. You're not real.
Hello?
No, 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 just leave me alone.
Excuse me.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot, scram.
Phantoms? Where?
You can talk? The Phantoms never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw.
Oh?
See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Higgins. This Phantom's got a name?
No, you can't possibly be a hallucination. You're much too dense. Not at all, my corporeal friend. Higgins is my name. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Oh. And, what is it you do here? Chester, definitely not insane Higgins?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You're an engineer, huh?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you worked on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
You know what? Good point. I hadn't thought of that.
Uh-huh. So, you see my dilemma.
I guess so. I wanted to ask you something.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail.
What?
If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
I actually wanted to ask about this place. What happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
Is that a song or something? What's that? And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Uh-huh. So you've been down here this whole time. How did you not starve?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
Sprats, you mean?
Braised. Boiled. Charred. Skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
Yeah? If you say so. So what happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
That's horrible. How could this have happened?
You mean, why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same
Yeah.
reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it.
Oh.
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Alright, man. I should go. I'll, see you later. Just take that. Take this. I mean, the place is now, like, pretty much cleared. You don't have to live here anymore, you know that, right? Maybe it's best you stay down here, friend. For all parties involved. Alright. Let's go check in on our mechanical buddy. See how he's been faring. They take down some people,
Mind the steam.
Oh.
You're liable to get scalded.
Well, seems like he managed to get some, but not all. Hello.
Don't mess it up. That's the last of them.
Die, robot scum. Okay, sure. Shut off the steam. Did he try to walk through the steam and end up killing himself? Fuck's sake. So much of that. Well, he made a good effort. And he went down believing... He went down fighting for what he believed in. I guess. So, that's gotta count for something.
When to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the air?
Performing an
You've already asked that. Why are you repeating yourself? Look out. Bzzz. Alright, level up time. Let's put some points into ranged. Actually, no. Just put it to 50 and then that should be it. Oh yeah, and then leadership. Inspiration, determination. Is Jeb more of an inspirer or a determiner? Determination skills increases the maximum health of your companions. Inspiration skill increases the damage inflicted by your companions. I don't know. Companion skill bonus skill. Companion kill an enemy. Party gains critical hit chance. Alright, fine. We'll put our points into inspiration. There we go. Heavy weapons and inspiration. Let's get some carrying capacity increasing too. That'll be good. Ooh, an overhaul power helmet. Doesn't give any bonuses, but it's heavy. And it matches the power armor. Power armor, power helmet. Yeah, okay. Good enough for me. Alright, let's continue. Oh. Hello there. Didn't see you. You good? Alright, so we came through here. So yeah, okay, go up. This is our way back, I guess. That too. Alright, there we go. The final lever.
The last. I'm not sure what the ride is. All I know is the decision's final.
Yeah. It is indeed.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Yep.
Hey, mister?
What?
Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you
Go on.
understand what you're about to do?
I think so, but I guess I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Alright. I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Let's get going. There we go. Done and done. It's time to head out. Unless there's something else in here we missed? No? Okay. Alright, first gonna turn in all of our side quests from the Edgewater section. Starting with, what's his face? Something with a W? Wilbert, Wilmington, something like that. I'm gonna give him the logic module. Oh yeah, and then we're gonna see if we can talk to Reed Thompson about the whole drama between him and Adelaide. See if he can give us the side of his story.
Never seen the Vale lit up like this before.
Yep. The logic model you mentioned, I found one in the geothermal plant.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta
What?
look into getting us a uniform.
Oh yeah.
So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward
guess.
you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple of bits for your trouble.
If you wouldn't mind.
Something to remember me by.
Oh. Shock stick. Alright, thanks, pal. Take care. There's a Ludwig, see? I knew it had the W in there. Oh, a one-handed melee weapon. Thanks. I'm sure it'll be worth some, a good couple of bits. 9 gale step. Mag 2 zap. Wonderful. Gonna do that. And we're probably gonna have the light machine gun be. We're gonna have it. We're gonna have what's it called? Mag to melt. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna have acid rounds for the light machine gun, plasma grenades, and the shot cannon. There you go. Good stuff. Should repair our light machine gun and our power armor. There you go. That should do it for now. Alright, what else do we got? Okay. Let's go inside first and see what is closest to us before we make a decision on which quest to turn in first. Alright, here we go. Come on, there we go. Alright. Looks like Vicar Max is first.
It's a fine new day in Edgewater. The cannery hums, streetlights and faces glow. I suppose this means the two of you were able to sort out the matter?
Sure. You can say that. Seemed like the better choice.
The greater good can be difficult to determine. None of us can know the effects of our decision in a year, or 10, or 100. Take comfort in the fact that your choices are always, ultimately, in line with the grand plan.
I gotta say that. It's cringe. I've got your book.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this?
What?
Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
What's going on? What's so important about this book, anyway?
I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Oh. Why do you think the book held the secrets you were looking for?
Bocconu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist School of Thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Oh. A philosophist, you say? What's that?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. but most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Huh. Well, isn't a vicar searching for a banned book sets Isn't a vicar searching for a banned book setting a bad example?
The story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bakonu journal. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I can make myself of use to your crew.
What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a toss-ball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Oh, yeah. That all part of your vicar training?
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my penitentiary term. Left many an opponent bleeding in the prison yard.
Huh. Alright, sounds good to me. Let's go.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Alright then. Perfect. Alright, who's next? Before we do that, let's go up to Thompson's office, talk to him. Hello.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
Well, before that, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
We need to have a word about this plague.
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
How long has this plague been happening?
That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
Things have been going badly for you these last few years.
Let me tell you what I plan on telling the Spacer's Choice Inspector next time he lands his fancy ship here and takes a look around. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end.
Huh. Didn't you also withhold medicine from your own workers?
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
Isn't it also true that you let Adelaide's son die?
Adelaide's son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites. Now, I will not pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt on account of losing her child, but she is not the only one to have felt such suffering. I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide left us when we needed her most.
Alright, let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
You seem pretty fixed on bringing Adelaide back to town.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Oh, well, do any people eat anything other than salt tuna?
Word up to me, friend. I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But
Yeah.
this is something we must keep between the two of us. Saltuna is hard to come by. What with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Huh. Cool. Alien fish with every meal. Talk about living the high life.
Every meal? Hold on there, friend. This isn't Byzantium. We eat once
What?
a day, in accordance with Spacer's Choice nourishment regulations.
Oh. Once a day, huh? Alright. Let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
Have you taken a look around your town lately?
It is my job to keep two eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
Uh-huh. Well, you're definitely loyal to Spacer's Choice.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's
Right.
got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
And, how long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's Choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
Your town is kind of falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
Okay, I won't say it, but I'm thinking real hard about it.
I expect you wouldn't understand. You don't see the town as I do. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
Huh. Alright, let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
What makes you think I can convince those deserters to come back?
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Well, sometimes people just move on, you know? It's the way of things.
Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
Alright, I should go. Alright, well, that wasn't really that helpful, but, it was certainly illuminating in some facet or other. But other than that, not a lot of material to work with. Let's just put it that way. Alright. So, think we're gonna take this lady's word on this fella here being a bit of a... What's the word again? Hypochondriac?
I've got some time.
I got that medicine you're after.
Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
Never? That's harsh. At least leave me something to remember you by.
You do have some cheek on you. Lucky for you, I kept a little
I got 2 cheeks.
in case you tried to negotiate with me.
4 cheeks. Alright, I'll leave you be. Good luck with stuff.
Wish we had some better rations.
Something to report?
I'm here to turn in a bounty.
We pay by the finger. What do you have for me?
There you go.
Here we are. Birdie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me?
Yeah.
Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. He was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. Still one outstanding bounty. If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork.
There you go.
Mabel Burgess. Age 37. Right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Well, that's all 3. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus.
What's this? Junior Deputy Constable.
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
Oh. Cool. So how did so many of your people end up marauders?
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
Okay. That doesn't really answer my question, though.
Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working, wandered out into the wilds and gave into their baser instincts. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy.
I see. They seem to like Adrena time.
Everybody likes Adrena time. It is the finest medical drug ever developed by Spacer's Choice. Much better than that crap anti-Cleo pedals. Sure, a little Adrena time can bring out the violent animal in you, but if overdosing on Adrena time turns you into a lunatic, you have only yourself to blame. Says so right on the warning.
I guess.
Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of Adrena time.
Oh, well, if it says that on the thing, and then... yeah, there you go. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for the... badge. Alright. Let's head back to... the deserter camp. / botanical lab. Twice the speed, half the price. Alright, oh, right. Now that they don't have any power, they're all huddled up next to a campfire. Excuse me.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
Yeah. So listen, I talked Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
Oh, you know, she joined up with a band of marauders. They hadn't hurt her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Nothing at the moment.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
Well, if that's what she said, then that's what she said. Where is Zoe, by the way? I don't know. Somewhere.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The elusive Part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that's just incredible. You really went exploring down there?
I sure did.
Always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
Well, it was. Not anymore, though.
I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Oh yeah? Cool. Thanks, buddy. I should go. Smart stuns and damages melee attackers. Okay, sure. Why not? Heavy weapons. Inspiration. Oh, there you are.
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
Okay. Good talk.
Food's bound to spoil at this rate. I think you did the rightest thing you could, sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they don't care much for me.
That Thomas fella seemed very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Yeah, you sure? He nearly fell over when he saw you.
He never told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about feeling different. And nothing had to get weird.
Okay. If you say so. Alright. Let's just go and get...
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
I told you, Adelaide, I need your power regulator.
You killed my garden, destroyed my community, sentenced my flock to a lifetime of slavery in Edgewater for a power regulator. Well, shit, I wish it was personal.
Pretty much.
Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
You're being unreasonable, Adelaide. Come back to Edgewater.
As long as Reed is still in Edgewater, I will not return. Those are my terms.
Alright. Stay here, then. Have at it. Just give me that damn thing. Can sit here and rot for all I care. Excuse me.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
Well, listen. You won't survive without power. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get
Exactly.
sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
Well, don't work at the cannery then. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and I'm as good as dead to her.
Why's that?
Adelaide hates Edgewater. Hates everything Edgewater stands for. Hates what that town does to people. What it did to her. We're the nearest she's got to kin. We go back to Edgewater, we may as well have stuck a knife in her heart.
Well, leave Adelaide behind then. Edgewater needs you.
Are you sure about this? If we head back to Edgewater on our own, Adelaide won't come with us. She'll stay here and curse us till the end of her days.
I'm sure. You're better off in Edgewater. Let Adelaide stay here.
I expect we got no choice. Edgewater needs us back, and loath as I am to admit it, we need Edgewater. You okay with this, Grace?
My fears are all settled. Thanks for helping me with Zoe.
Sure.
Just give us some time to gather our personals and say our goodbyes. If you run into Reed, you tell him we're coming back, yeah?
I'll be sure to do that. Take care. Alright. Simple enough. What's this? Nearly broken bolter pistol? What? I'm guessing I gave her this bolter pistol before? I don't remember. Sure, let's go ahead and say that. Alright. Before we head back to the Unreliable, let's swing by Edgewater again. Give Reed the good news, and then it's bye-bye Emerald Vale. We're doing on the weight, 130. Yeah, okay. Still got some capacity left. Hello.
I appreciate what you've done for us.
Well, Adelaide won't come back to town, but her followers will.
That's good enough for me. Adelaide and I have a history. It was unlikely she'd ever come back. But hope springs eternal. We are in your
Yeah.
I am authorizing you for a discount on all official Spacer's Choice products, courtesy of the people of Edgewater.
Cool. See you later. I'm guessing this discount only applies to the vendors, to the local vendors, the vendors in town. Let's find out. Where's the general store again? I think it's okay. Across the building and then to the right, next to the church. There we go. All right.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Music to my ear.
Yeah. 45%. It's not bad, I guess. 25 plus the 20% from the perk. Yeah. No. We're good. Let's get out of here. Time to power up and blast off. Alright.
Is this your ship?
What?
Oh, my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive?
Huh?
Gosh.
What are you...
Me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
You've never been on a ship before?
I've worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no.
Yeah.
Can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Alright, I'm sold. I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, and it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister.
I sure hope not.
I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
You can call him whatever you want. Oh.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Alright. Knock yourself out. Hello. Thanks.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Alright, I'll be back. Excuse me. Perfect. Just like that. Power is back on.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Alright, well. Test away then. Let's get out of here.
A communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Oh, yeah. Alright, good. I've been waiting to hear from him.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Well, I've been feeling a little lightheaded, and I can also slow down time.
Oh, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
A nav key? Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Well, can't I land somewhere outside Stellar Bay?
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb.
Right.
You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me. Talk to Gladys Kelly.
Well, maybe it didn't look hard enough. How do I know I can trust this Gladys person?
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Alright, fine. I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming.
Sure.
By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time.
Oh, yeah.
Call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
You want me to wear a cape?
Wrong matter of shroud, my slow-witted accomplice. This is, how to put it simply, a device that makes you look different. Briefly.
Okay.
The device has its limits, but it will allow you to blend in perfectly, and probably won't jeopardize your ability to have children. Will it? No, definitely not. Probably. Yes. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Right. And what about these limitations you mentioned?
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Used in moderation. When you see guards in your path, you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Right. Well, couldn't I just steal a uniform or something? Why do we need a gadget for this?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise?
Well...
The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
Sweeten my breath? How the hell does a hologram sweeten my breath?
Science, that's how.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put it to good use. Thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Alright. Got it. Alright. And with that, the Edgewater arc has been concluded. So, I think this is a good time to stop for today. We've done what we came here to do. Finished up the Edgewater thing. So, yeah. We're going to call it quits today. And when we pick this up, either next week or next month or whatever, we're going to continue. Starting with the Groundsbreaker. And maybe, if there's enough time, Roseway as well. But for now, thank you all for watching, and until the next time.